Right, hello there everybody and welcome to the preview for Stevenage versus Hull City on Sunday the 29th of November, kick-off at 1:30 p.m. at the LANEX Stadium in the second round of the FA Cup this season. City having beaten Fleetwood in the last round 2-0 at the KEANE, looking to advance against Stevenage, who are a League 2 side and had a good win against Port Vale last time out. But before we get into the preview, it's Player of the Month time. It's the last game of November, so I thought, I'll award the Player of the Month now. So the Player of the Month from me for November goes to George Honeyman. Honeyman, he never stops giving it his all. He's been up there for best player this season. So Honeyman, it's deserved, pal. You are added to the winners board. There you go. And now, let's get on with the preview. Where in team news today, KEANE Lewis Potter is available for selection for the trip to the LANEX Stadium as the Tigers face Stevenage in the second round of the FA Cup. The young winger underwent a COVID test, so had to go through a period of self-isolation. This is the first game since his return to training 8 days ago that he is match fit for. Greg Doherty is out injured. I don't know what he did, but he did something that means he's back for Doncaster in mid-week. Reece Burke is also returning for the same Doncaster tie. The former West Ham United man will undergo a minor operation to repair a broken nose sustained in a 2-0 victory over Burton Albion. Grant McCann has confirmed he will make changes to his team for this game and for the rest of the games across what will be a busy end to 2020 and start to 2021, in which the Tigers will play 10 games between now, November 28th, and 3rd of January. That's a lot of games. That is a lot of games. That's a lot of games. But we've got the squad to do it. Our squad depth is one of our best assets. So we should be alright because we've got quality in the depth as well. On to ref watch then. Got Sam Allison as the main man, with the two liners being Alistair Nelson and Aaron Farmer, with Rob Whitton the fourth official. On to stats then. Hull City had 7 shots against Ipswich. Of those 7, 5 were on target. That's a 71% shot accuracy. Hull City had 37% of possession. Hull City committed 8 fouls. The Tigers had an overall pass accuracy of 69%. Whee! Oh, I shouldn't be saying that. Oh well. In total, City made 302 passes in the game. City had made 8 tackles with a 63% tackle success rate and made 32 clearances. On to what do I think then? KLP's back. Get in there. Samuelson will start. Long in between the sticks. Will Device feature? Where is he? And Descansa en paz el pibe de oro. El pibe de oro. Diego Maradona. Descansa en paz. On to head-to-head battles then. It's I couldn't fit KEANE Lewis Potter on the graphics, so I've just put KLP. So it's KEANE Lewis Potter against Luther Wilding, and Jordi Device will have to defend against Elliot List, who is Stevenage's top scorer this season. No opposite view or another view this week, so we're going to head straight on to current form, where for us, 5 wins in our last 5, smashing it. The standout of those is the 3-0 win over Ipswich last time out. They had a 100% home record before we played them. Not anymore, my boy. As for Stevenage, they drew 2-2 with Concord Rangers, but in the FA Cup, but won 5-4 on penalties. They then drew with Morecambe in the league, then against Northampton in the Papa John's Trophy, they drew 0-0 but lost on penalties, then lost to Bolton, and then took victory against Port Vale last time out, which Grant McCann was fairly well. He said in his pre-match press conference for the game that, I'm just trying to get the quote up here now. That's why you're hearing mouse clicking. Yeah, he said something along the lines of it'll be a scalp for them, but we've got to go there and do our job, which is, you know, what we're gonna do. And, you know, if we get the job done, it's class, because I would like to progress to potentially play a Championship team or a Premier League team just to see whereabouts we stack up. Because I think this team is better and a tighter knit group than what we had last year. But you never know. If we draw Chelsea again and they play a similar team to what they did last year in the fourth round when we played them, and we play what is our best side, and we played our best side that day, maybe we could see if the team's improved or not. But we'll find out, won't we? On to the league table then. I'm recording this. Hang on, I've made a mess of that. Hang on a minute. That should be them ones. There we go. You won't see what I've just done there, because it'll all be fixed by the time you see the graphic. Anyway, top of the league. 2 points clear, with a game in hand. How are we saying? We sit in good. Then Peterborough second. I'm recording this about 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, just before this goes out, and I'm hoping to get this out about 12ish before the 12:30 games kick off in the FA Cup today, so that, you know, it's all fairly up to date. And I've waited until the Tranmere game last night in the FA Cup and the Fleetwood Sunderland game in League One to just finish off this preview so that I can get it as up to date for you as possible. Because we're in an odd situation where Fleetwood and Sunderland are playing in the league while we're playing in the cup. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Anyway, yeah, so we're top of the tree. There's 3 teams all sat on 23 points. That's Fleetwood, Sunderland and Charlton. Ipswich and Portsmouth are sat on 25. Lincoln on 26. And us, 30. Peterborough on 28. In second place. As for the relegation zone, I think pretty much every team, I don't know. The teams in the bottom 4 now are definitely in a relegation battle. But as for anyone else, anyone could get dragged into it. It's clear that I'd say the top 11 won't, but anywhere else, you know, things can change. Plymouth, they've started well, but things could change. We were playing well last season, then we lost Bowen and Grzycki and went down a slippery slope that we couldn't save ourselves off. So anything can change. Anything and everything can change. Papa John's Trophy, that knockout stage game against Crewe is on, I believe, the 8th of December. So just after our game against Oxford at the Kassam Stadium. Then FA Cup, I'm not sure when the 3rd round draw is, but if we beat Stevenage, we'll be in that 3rd round draw where Premier League teams and Championship teams will come in and face the League 1, League 2 and non-league sides that are remaining from the qualifying rounds and the 1st and 2nd round proper. On to around the grounds then on the FA Cup round 2. As you can see, it's colour-coded there. So, without further ado, yesterday, Tranmere Rovers beat Brackley Town 1-0. And as for the games today, I'm not sure which game kicks off when, but, you know, there are, I believe, Morecambe and Solihull is a 12:30 kick-off. So so this preview will be out before then, fingers crossed. Anyway, so on Saturday, Bradford City will face Oldham Athletic, Cheltenham Town will face Crewe Alexandra, Gillingham will play Exeter City, Harrogate Town will welcome Blackpool to the Environment Stadium, Morecambe will face Solihull Moors, Newport County will face Salford City, Peterborough United will welcome non-league Chorley to the Western Homes, while Plymouth Argyle will welcome Lincoln to the South Coast. And Portsmouth will face Kings Lynn Town in the final game on Saturday. On to the Sunday games then. It's AFC Wimbledon who will face Crawley Town. Milton Keynes Dons will travel to non-league Barnet. Darlington will face Bristol Rovers in the relegation zone in League 1. Carlisle United will face Doncaster. Mansfield Town will welcome Dagenham and Redbridge. Havant and Waterlooville will travel to Marine, an all non-league tie there. Shrewsbury Town will face Oxford City. Stockport County will face Yeovil in the final game of the Sunday ties, not including us. And then on Monday, Canvey Island will face Boreham Wood. On to shared shirts now then, and we're looking at George Boyd. George Boyd, he's only got one eye, he's only got one eye, he's only got one eye. George Boyd. So Boyd, he came through the Charlton Athletic Academy before moving to Stevenage, and he was there from 2001 to 2007. In that time, George Boyd made 100 appearances. I think it might be 110. I'm not sure. But yeah, George Boyd, I think it's 110. I think I've just mistyped it because I'm a silly boy. Yeah, it's 110. So in 110 appearances for Stevenage between 2001 and 2007, George Boyd scored 23 goals. He then left to join Peterborough. But Peterborough, he became a little bit of a forgotten man. He was out on loan at Nottingham Forest for a bit. But Boyd, don't get me wrong, it was a successful time for him at Peterborough. 263 games, 64 goals. He went out on loan to Nottingham Forest in 2010. But in 2013, the season that we were promoted, he came on loan to us. And during his loan spell, he played 13 times, scored 4 goals, and we got him permanently. We snapped him up. And while as a permanent Hull City player, he played 30 times and scored twice. We then let him go to Burnley. And for Burnley, he played 115 times, scored 12 times. Then he went to Sheffield Wednesday, 40 games, 3 goals. He then returned to Peterborough United last season. In 22 games, he didn't score a goal. But now the salary cap for League 1 and 2 cost him his place at Peterborough. So he's now at Salford City and has made 1 appearance so far, having joined them on... I'm just trying to find the date. On the 3rd of November. There we go. My predicted 11 now then. 4-3-3 formation. As always, changes have been made, not only to the team, but to the graphical elements of the team as well. So you can see there, George Long is in goal, with Louis Coyle, Alfie Jones, Jordi Device, and Brandon Fleming are back 4, with Dan Batty as part of a midfield trio alongside Callum Jones and Regan Slater. Martin Samuelson is on the right. Keane Lewis Potter is on the left. And Tom Eaves leads the line. That's the team in the pictures now onto the bench. It's Matt Ingram, Mallik Wilks, James Scott, Josh Emmanuel, Sean McLaughlin, Thomas Mayer, and Josh McGuinness. That's the team on the pictures. That's the team. Excuse me. That's the team. That's the team on the pitch. It's a solid side. There's a few players on the bench who should feel hard done by not to get into this team. Sean McLaughlin, Thomas Mayer in particular. But, some things happen and some things don't. On to my predicted score then. Will we get the win? Yes, we will. 3-0 dub for the boys. That's what I reckon's going to happen. Thank you very much for watching the preview for this second round FA Cup tie against Stevenage. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.